Today, I will be playing new Super Mario Bros. Wii, but here's the catch. Someone stole my Wiimote and decided to break the left arrow, meaning I can no longer move left, which is a shame. Can we still beat the game that way? I don't know, but one thing I do know is that today's video is brought to you by manscaped.com. I may have lost a Wiimote, but I did get the new performance package by Manscaped, which is the world's first all-in-one men's grooming kit that has you covered head to toe. The Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer is a cordless and waterproof trimmer that can be used on hair anywhere on your body, over here and down there. Skin-safe technology helps reduce nicks and cuts, meaning you can groom your body with confidence. Also included in the package is the Crop Preserver, the Crop Reviver, and the Weed Whacker nose and ear trimmer. For a limited time, when you purchase the performance package, you'll also get the Shed Travel Bag, a luxury leather traveling case, and this amazing pair of Manscaped boxer briefs. If you too want to look and smell amazing, well, click my link in the description and use my promo code Nicobbq to get 20% off, free shipping, and those two amazing gifts. Keep in mind that I'll focus on not pushing left in the levels and not the world map itself, as I usually do in these challenges. World 1-1 is actually pretty easy, and you never have to move left. Same thing goes for 1-2, although you have to watch out before the checkpoint, as there's an invisible block that could potentially get you stuck, and that would suck. 1-3 features a couple of annoying hammer bros, and I almost died near the end, but I managed to do a wall jump and save my life. Oh, I guess now is a perfect time to tell you that wall jumps are actually quite important in that challenge. Not being able to press left doesn't prevent us from going left, cause look at that wall jump, bada bing bada boom, I'm going left, and I can even do short hops to keep my momentum left going, and this is pretty cool. This strategy will actually be mandatory for 1-Tower, as this level is a vertical one, meaning we have to move up and go left quite often. Lots of wall jumps need to be made in order to move left, and moving up without getting crushed is harder said than done. Heck, even the boss is kind of difficult, but once you figure out the pattern, it's all good. 1-4 is an underwater stage and doesn't allow us to wall jump left, so we have to make sure not to run into a dead end. 1-5 is actually quite challenging. You can fall down at any moment, and you do have to stop to spin those screws and make those mushroom platforms rise. In 1-Castle, those cogs and gears are quite annoying, but the biggest threat in this challenge is not being able to stop for those big thwomps crushing us. I did have to damage boost a few times, but I still beat the level and the boss, allowing me to reach World 2. In World 2, you can go left and right on the world map, but you know what? If I can save one left press from the world map, well, I might as well do it. That brings us to World 2-2, a simple stage where we just have to avoid those spike enemies and life will be good. 2-3 is a very dark level, so make sure to throw lots of fireballs in order to avoid getting stuck and being forced to press left. 2-Tower is yet another vertical level. This one starts off okay, but soon you'll reach this part where you need to move left, and because of the way the level is set up, there's just no way to do this. Is this the end of the challenge? Well, no. Let's go back to World 1 and quickly get a propeller mushroom. And using it, we can actually climb on the left side and reach the top. We'll have to damage boost on those spikes after doing a wall jump to reach the top and the boss room, but it's all possible. 2-4 is actually really easy and will be cleared in no time. To beat 2-6, stand on this rotating block and walk calmly to avoid going too far to the right. If you're being careful, you'll beat it quite fast. 2-Castle is super easy and will quickly clear the stage, defeat the boss, and make our way to the next level. World 3-1 features a lot of ice and a bunch of evil penguins. You sometimes have to control your momentum, but instead of pushing left to do it, well, just do a ground pound instead. 3-2 is actually quite easy and doesn't feature anything worth talking about. 3-3 is full of icicles in a dark cave, so grab a penguin suit and slide as fast as you can to get to the end. 3-tower is yet another vertical level, meaning we'll have to do tons of wall jumps to move left. And trust me, this one is tricky. Lots of moving platforms means you have to time a bunch of jumps. There's this elevator platform part with spiky boulders that is actually quite difficult, but thankfully the bus is easy. In 3-4, timing your jumps on the big moving ice platforms is sometimes scary, but it's not that hard, thankfully. 3-5 is really tricky, as you have to move left in this vertical level, but there are no walls to wall jump off of. Instead, you'll have to use this spinning rectangle platform to slide when the angle is just right. Getting a propeller mushroom also helps out quite a lot, and you'll soon reach the top and clear the level, allowing you to push that red switch, creating a bunch of new blocks in older levels. In fact, going back to 3-4 with all those red blocks makes the level quite easier and will lead you to the previously unreachable pipe that will allow you to get to the castle. Speaking of, 3-castle starts off easy, but eventually you'll reach this part with this long snake block, and trust me, you'll want a propeller suit for this one. The snake block likes to move left quite a lot, so since we can't, we'll have to hide in the air and slowly make our way back down into it a couple times. My tip here is to watch out for the coins to see where the snake block ends up going. It's following the coins. Who would have thought that coins would actually help me for once? World 4-1 features some underwater sections and is not too difficult, so don't worry about it. In order to get to either 4-2 or 4-3, we need to clear this big fish enemy level and grab the toad balloons. But the problem is that we need to move left and we cannot wall jump to do so. Uh-oh. I tried going to another world and just coming back to see if the fish would go away, but it seems he doesn't. I tried to run out of time and hope for him to move out of the way, and after a couple tries, he did move out of the way. Nice! 4-3 is super easy, as long as you avoid getting into this corner over there. If you do, you'll be stuck and won't be able to wall jump to the left. 4-tower is full of conveyor belts and blocks falling down from it. It's actually super difficult to clear this stage without pressing left. Luckily for me, I had a penguin suit going in there, and using it, we can wall jump to move left and jump to keep some momentum going, and when we're about to run out of left momentum, we can just push down and slide on our penguin belly. This allows us to move left way more. Nice. You'll have to do many dangerous wall jumps and dodge some falling blocks, and trust me, this is difficult, but thankfully, it's all possible. To beat 4-4, make sure to keep a fire flower to get rid of all those bloopers in the way and things will be fine. 4-ghost house is not very difficult, although not being able to move left means those annoying boos won't leave you alone, but they're probably not that harmful, are they? 4-castle contains lots of skewers, and we absolutely want to avoid them. We don't want a Mario kebab, don't we? 4-airship is thankfully not too difficult, but keep in mind there are tons of fire bars and bumps to avoid. The boss, on the other hand, is quite difficult. Junior needs to be destroyed using those propeller blocks, and we cannot wall jump if we hold one. So that means that in order to defeat him, we'll have to jump and hope that during the damage animation, Junior makes us slide back left. This requires a bit of luck, but it is actually possible to do it. World 5-1 is a very easy level, which is good, but before moving to the next one, let me tell you about the plant enemy level that we are forced to play. This level wants us to grab all of the toad balloons, and in order to do so, we have to move left, but as you can tell, there is no way to wall jump. And as opposed to Mr. Fish from earlier, well, this plant is a pain in the butt and refuses to move out of the way, meaning we actually have to find a way to clear this stage. I managed to move left a bit using the platforms, but eventually I had to do this very epic gamer wall jump above the plant to reach the two balloons on the side. This was actually very difficult and took me a while, which is why I want to mention it. Alright, let's move on now. 5-2 is super easy and will be cleared easily. 5-tower though is a very difficult tower level. make sure you have a propeller suit in order to move up without getting killed by the spikes on the sidewalls. 5-4 is super easy, and so is 5-5. Well, as long as you have a propeller suit or you're using a propeller mushroom. 5-castle is also a total joke, meaning we can get to Whirl 6-1, which, believe it or not, is also a total joke. And you know what? Same thing with 6-3. Whoa, so many easy levels in a row. That's pretty cool. 6-tower is very difficult though, as you'll have many tricky wall jumps to pull off. But it's still the only tricky stage, because 6-5 is very easy and 6-6 is not too difficult either. Heck, even 6-castle is an easy one, so by being careful, we'll reach the end and beat the boss. 6-airship is a slow auto-scroller level, but as long as you're being careful on the rotating platforms, you'll soon reach the boss. This one is kind of tricky. Make sure that you hit Junior on the right electric fence and let him push you left afterwards. And if you're extra lucky, Junior is gonna shock himself. Junior, what are you doing? Whirl 7-1 contains tons of rotating blocks, which is scary, but the level in itself is still easy. 7-2 features those floating bubbles, which are kinda cool to swim inside of. 7-3 is pretty easy and will be beaten in no time. Normally, tower levels are pretty difficult, but 7-tower features platforms that you can tilt using motion controls, so yeah, this makes this one a total joke. 7-ghost house has this one difficult part where you fall down and have to move left and right to avoid ghosts. We cannot do that, so just hit that block and hope that you get a star from it, and if you do, everything will be easy. 7-4 and 7-5 are not very interesting levels and will be cleared without too much hassle. Same thing for 7-castle, well, as long as you watch out for the skewers. Whirl 8-1 is easy, as long as you avoid the falling boulders from the sky. 8-2 is an easy underground level featuring rotating platforms, so you know what, watch out for that. In 8-3, watch out for the lava waves and you'll be good. 8-tower features more wall jumps to do in order to move left. This one is actually quite fun. I loved finding ways to squeeze through the moving blocks. In 8-4, swim until you get to the end. 8-5 is actually quite easy if you dodge those annoying pesky crows. Don't touch me! To beat 8-6, you're probably going to need a propeller suit to fly through some sections. 8-airship is actually quite easy, probably the easiest airship level so far. Welcome to 8-Bowser, and the level is not too difficult, as long as you avoid the enemies, lava, and other hazards on the way. Same thing goes for the boss fight. Go under Bowser, hit the switch, and bada bing bada boom, we did it! Oh, wait, no. We still have this part with the giant Bowser left. Thankfully, the King of the Koopa breaks a lot of walls for us with his fire breath, allowing us to reach the end and save the world for real this time. Yes, it is possible to beat New Super Mario Bros. Wii without pressing left. This was tricky sometimes, but to be fair, most of the levels were quite simple. Thanks a lot for watching this video, and if you want to see more new Super Mario Bros. Wii challenges, tap the cards on screen right now. Bye!